Oh, why the whole truth instead of the whole truth?
So,
yeah, what's the double meaning behind that?
So the meaning for it for me is this is my last album, and with this being my last album, I'm burying the rapper. I'm stepping into a space of killing the ego. I'm not gonna say I no longer want to have an ego because I obviously need it, right? But my ego has put me in places I have no business being in. I've seen so much more harm from my ego than I have good. So I want to be done with it, you know? This bravado that I gotta have of like, I'm better than you. That's yucky, bro. That's a yucky feeling to have that all the time, to have to be that way all the time. And then imagine, right? Imagine being in a room with 12 other rappers, 13, 14, 15 other rappers, and they all got that same energy. That room feels nasty, and the energy feels so fucking terrible. Like, I don't want to be in those rooms, bro.
Every journey reaches a point where achievement stops being the destination. The trophies are there, the billboard placement is there, the respect is there, the proof is there. But eventually, a man has to ask himself a harder question. What happens when the version of you that helped you survive no longer fits the person you're becoming? See, for MeatSpady, that question lives in the whole truth. Not just an album, a burial, a farewell to the ego, a farewell to the rapper, and an attempt to tell the whole truth about what it costs to be an artist, a father, a man of faith, and a human being still trying to understand himself. See, this chapter isn't about becoming MeatSpady. It's about deciding what happens when MeatSpady is no longer enough, and what remains when the music finally stops.
Let me ask you this, right? Okay. What responsibilities matter more than music today?
The responsibilities of the family. Taking care of your family matters much more than music. Okay. The responsibilities of the community. Even though some of the perks of being a part of the community comes from the music, but the responsibilities of the community is more important than music itself. And it'll help a lot of artists to understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of artists think that I gotta protect my brand, which we get, right? We understand. If you fuck up the bag, you can't do what you need to do for the community. But at the same time, what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
And you gotta be able to draw between that. So the responsibilities of the family, taking care of the people that you are obligated to take care of. Number one, your responsibility to God, bro. Your worship and your servitude is much more important than music. So that's even more important than the family. So definitely your responsibility and your worship and servitude to your Lord, your responsibilities to your family, your responsibilities to your community, and one that I think is overlooked is your responsibilities to yourself. What you need to do for you, mentally, physically, spiritually. And that gets overlooked a lot because of all the ones that come before it. So you don't, even like me, just subconsciously putting that last. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That goes to show you.
No, that's me in a sense too, with interviewing other people, shooting solo performances and mic drops, and I'm constantly putting my own artistry on the back burner.
Right. You don't got no content out, but you doing content for everybody else. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know that I had to learn that, bro. I had to learn how to be selfish, man. I had to learn that. And it takes a lot when you're a selfless person to be selfish.
Yeah.
It takes so much to be selfish when you're selfless.
Yeah.
So I had to learn that though.
All right, let's move on to chapter 6.
Okay.
Billboard.
Hey.
You're officially a Billboard charting artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, where were you when you found out?
Where was I, bro? I might have been at work. I was at work.
Got you.
Sitting at my desk. And I kept checking it to see if I charted. Because I, the process is like somebody's going to email you and tell you that you're charting.
Right.
But if it's your first time out the gate, you're going to think, oh, yeah, you bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Is that how you felt at work?
Yeah.
You was like...
I'm like, is this real? You know what I'm saying? Because then they ask you to send all of this stuff into them.
Right. Think it's spam and all that. Yeah.
So, but the week that I charted was the week that Taylor Swift was getting moved out of #1 by New Jeans. So there was a lot of bullshit. Like, it didn't reset that week.
Yeah.
It reset like 2 days after the day it was supposed to reset. So I couldn't even see my placement for like 2 days. So I'm thinking that's what had me thinking like, oh, this shit ain't real, man. Like, this ain't authentic. Somebody knew I was trying to chart and they was bullshitting me. Like, but no, man, it reset. I looked up on there and I saw
your name up there.
I saw my face. I saw my name. I saw my album. I saw MeatSpady Entertainment. Proud, bro. Super uber proud because there was a lot of hard work that went into that. There was a lot of thoughtfulness, some finessing too.
For sure.
Some finessing that went
into
that too. Like, I had to finesse in ways that you wouldn't even think that niggas was finessing. Like, there's a manipulation to content creation where shit has to look bigger than what it actually is for other people to buy into it. That's a finesse within itself.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I won't even expose that, but
now there's a sauce to it though.
It's a sauce, bro. It's some sauce to it, and you need that. You gotta have that. That's the game within the game that you gotta learn how to play. A lot of people don't know how to play it. Yeah. And I figured it out. And I was actually happy that I figured it out and learned how to play it because, fuck y'all think y'all talking to. Like, that was, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my attitude. Like, oh, all right, this what y'all niggas is doing over there at Interscope and this what y'all doing. Okay, watch this. Yeah, so, I just turned that savage on real quick. And, it helped me out a lot, bro. It helped me out tremendously to be able to finesse the system that way. Not the system itself, but the optics. Yeah. The optics of it. Optics of illusion. Yeah. Is the perfect way to put it. Yeah.
And it get like that though in any field. And I completely understand.
Yeah, bro.
Any field you're in, whether you're at a job, military, there's so many different things, the ways you could finagle.
Man, it's days I'm outside 12 hours. I done only sold 7 albums. Handing out 400, 500 flyers, 3 albums sold. But because of the optics of illusion, it looks like I done sold 200. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It looks like, oh, this nigga done sold 200 albums. And people hear that and they're like, I want to be a part of that. Let me go and buy it. So now my 3 albums turn into 30 just based off the simple fact that it looks like.
Yeah, monkey see, monkey do.
You see what I'm saying?
Follow the leader.
That's the sauce. I'm going to give y'all that gem. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get that one to y'all. That's the sauce right there.
And when the camera cut off, he going to give me a little more. You know what I'm saying? I got my tablet in my notebook, my handy dandy notebook. Let me ask you this, though, as far as the Billboard, right? Did it feel like a victory or did it feel like validation or a little bit of both? Or?
It felt like a victory.
Okay.
It felt like I won. It felt like I worked hard to win. It felt like going to court, fighting for custody of your kids, and you get it. You know?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It felt like a huge victory for an artist. Not just for me, though. For all the independent artists. Like, one of us made it. One of us got in here. The real niggas. Because this ain't no real nigga game, bro.
Nah,
this is not a game. The entertainment industry is not an industry for a real nigga. This industry is designed for us to fail. Think about it. You get into it with another artist over some bullshit, and you go to handle it like a man. You can't even handle it like a man because to them, it's a gimmick. Oh, I'm just doing this for engagement, for likes, for clicks. Like,
you know I know that.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
you know I know that, Spady. Come on.
Yo, you can't even handle situations. So this game is designed for you gonna crash out. Because I'm gonna kill you, bro. Yeah. I'm not gonna play with you.
Yeah.
And you out here playing. You out here what people call trolling. This game ain't designed for no real niggas. This game is set up for you to fail. So for me to get a W like that, yeah, dog, I waved that real nigga out. You got a real nigga on a billboard. I'm up there with Sexy Red, nigga. Like October London. I sold more albums than Pink.
Shout out to the Philly legend.
You know what I'm saying? I sold more albums than Pink. Nigga, stop playing with me.
Yeah. That's fire.
Niggas can't say that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? There's artists that can say that, but I'm both. I'm an artist and I'm a nigga. Like, I can say that.
Yeah.
And I wear that proudly. Like, I'm able to say, like, I was up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I'm stamped.
It's a hell of an accolade, bro. For
Super,
sure.
bro.
Yeah.
Super.
Now, did that feel like success? Like, did success feel like the way you imagined it would? Like,
for me personally, yes. Again, I completed a project that started as an idea, and if you listen to the same kind of different, bro, it is the layout is the design. It's crazy, man. Nobody could have ever thought to do a project like that. And I did. And it charted. It's amazing, bro. It's an amazing body of work. And I encourage anybody that has never heard of me, that has never listened to that album, go listen to that album. I pieced it together so perfectly. You know what I'm saying? I made it seem so real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Artistically. You know? The whole album is surrounded by interviews. Breakfast Club interviews. To make it seem like the Breakfast Club is interviewing me. I've never been on a Breakfast Club.
That was a part of the Fanango that you was.
That was part of it. That was part of the optics of illusion.
That's actually genius, though. Yeah.
It worked out so perfectly, bro. It worked out so perfectly. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I love that. I love that project. I love the whole idea of it being the same kind of different, and embodying that title within itself.
Right.
Yeah, it was perfect. It's perfect, bro. So yeah, to answer your question, there was that completion success, but then you think that you would get much more recognition from your peers for such an accolade. You know?
Yeah.
You think that people will be proud of you. That they would be like, teach me, show me the way. And you don't get that. You don't get that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get it. You're gonna get it from the. There's gonna be some that lets you know, like, damn, you did, like, that's crazy. You're gonna get that from some, but it's gonna be some people who just like, so.
Yeah.
They just gonna be like, so what? You charted billboards. Like, niggas, man, it was niggas out here at the Billboard Bowl.
That's a t-shirt right there,
niggas
boy.
was out here like the Billboard Bowl, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy, bro. And these are supposed to be like the guys.
Yeah.
These is the guys who don't even. And here's this is what will fuck me up, right? This is what we do it for. As far as when we hoop, when you make it to the A,
Yeah.
you play for the chip. The bag is nice. The contract is nice. The fame is nice.
Yeah.
But you putting in the hard work that you putting in for the chip, for the ring.
Yeah. I agree.
So when you get the ring, you know, you would think that other people who are working for the ring would understand what this means. It was a lot of that, a lot of side eyeing and niggas doubting and niggas. There's a whole lot of it, man. It was amazing to see. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It was amazing to see.
It's like a wake up call. Like,
It wasn't really a wake up because you don't really know what to expect because you've never been a part of it.
Yeah.
But I say a line in one of my freestyles like, something about like I don't know if niggas is hating. I say I ain't trying to say these niggas hating, but the sales ain't adding up to the congratulations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all the support ain't really adding up to the congratulations. Like y'all niggas like they people will really sit and watch you.
It's a weird thing. Yeah, I just saying out there. It said, you know, they could watch you walk on water, but they'll say it's only because you can't swim.
Come on, man.
I don't know how else to put it. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy though.
You can see me walk on water, but it's only because I can't swim.
That's crazy. I did something that's amazing.
But you're still trying to find a reason.
To tell me that you only did that because you can't swim. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Sounds like it's kind of what you went through a little bit. You know?
Yeah, bro. I ain't even gonna say I don't want to say I went through it. I just experienced it because.
No, I don't mean that it really haunted you.
Yeah,
whatever.
like it didn't
I don't
really
mean that. But
bother
you went
me.
through it like you experienced it. Yeah.
There were some people who I felt like should have congratulated me and didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There were some people who I felt like should have been more proud of me and they just kind of didn't. And I'm not saying like they should have been dicky in me, but
Yeah.
show love, and they didn't show love, and that becomes a little bit discouraging because it's like, damn, is it hate? Are you hating?
Yeah. Well, even J. Cole, I think J. Cole said, you know, every poet just want to be loved, right? And not necessarily that you want to be loved by everybody, but the validation that you get from the people that you wanted it from, you know, like.
That means something.
It does.
That means something.
Yeah.
It means something for somebody that you looked up to tell you, man, this shit hard.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Young Bob, bro.
Yeah.
That's my guy. Like regular phone calls, like talk about life. I consider him a friend of mine.
Yeah.
To me, that's legendary, bro.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is somebody who I look up to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when you get that, that's motivation for you to go and do other things.
For sure.
And I don't think people realize, not saying Bob doesn't realize, but people in that
stature,
who have that stature, they don't realize the power of motivation that they have over
influence,
over other people. Like you can influence somebody to be great by just telling them, I fuck with you.
Yeah.
And I know Bob notices it because I see him do it regularly like it's just nothing to him. Like, and that's his heart. Like he's a genuine dude. Like probably one of the most genuine dudes I've ever met.
Yeah.
From the city of Philadelphia, like hands down.
Yeah.
But I see him kind of pour into other people. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen people like kind of be happy that he's speaking to them, and then you know they get the fame by standing next to him, or get the notoriety by standing next to him, and then they forget.
Yeah. Then
they forget. So yeah, man.
Well, it happens a lot, even on you know. I'm not gonna act like I'm anywhere near what Young Bob has done for the city, or, you know, in any ways. But like, you know, you watch me kind of go through it in my own little way. Where you know, we've had, you know, people. Some people just forget what you've done for them in a sense, and it's not like I'm the guy that's gonna throw it in your face. Like,
look what I've done for you.
Like I gave you confidence, and then you use that confidence against me.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? And like, it's a weird thing.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens more than we think.
Yeah. More
than we think that actually takes place, dog.
But on the flip side of things, though, it's like you're right. One little acknowledgement can change somebody's life. And we changing lives, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We are. We changing lives. I mean, the moment you decide to bring trophies into the poppy store, and shit, like somebody has something physical. I tried to do it with the jerseys, and you know, throw some money at it, you know. But a trophy is something about a trophy that's just like I could put it on my mantle. I could, you know, and I'm just go right into chapter 7.
Okay.
All right. Chapter 7 is the poppy store.
Yeah.
Right. Now, you became a poppy store champion.
I did.
You know. But then, I mean, outside of that, that was cool as shit, by the way. But outside of that, you came back and bought trophies for every previous champion and every future champion.
Yeah.
Nobody asked you to do that.
No, they didn't.
I didn't ask you to do that. You hit me up, was like, yo, I want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It started with me celebrating myself because I made the charts, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't get that validation from the other people that you felt like you probably should have. So I'm the type of person, like, I have conversations with myself.
Yeah.
I talk to myself, like literally talk to myself, and I answer myself. So I remember like talking to myself, like, and then saying to myself, like, why does that bother you that this person didn't tell you congratulations? Why is that bothering you? And then I started to say, like, you don't need that congratulations. You are great, bro. You're a great lyricist. You're a great artist. You're a great businessman. You're a great dude. You don't need that person to tell you congratulations for you to feel like you're great. You're great.
It's been proven, for sure.
So I made a decision in that moment. I'm celebrating all my wins. All of them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm from down 16th and Susquehanna. I played ball down there. You wanted to leave with that trophy.
Yeah.
That was it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we played ball, 23rd and Briggs at the Powell, 15th in York, 16th in Susquehanna, we played for the trophies. We balled for the trophies, bro. Not the participation joints, the chip.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that was like, all right, that's how I'm going to solidify myself. That's how I'm going to celebrate myself. Because that's what I always did it for the trophies. I want the trophies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to win. We going to win. But in order to get the trophy, you got to win. So that started with me celebrating myself. When I won the, what was it, volume 4?
5?
Volume 5 or volume 4? It might have been volume 5. When I won the volume that I won, I went out and I brought myself a trophy. And I felt good. I felt really good about it. It looked good on my mantle. I said, damn. And I wanted everybody else to feel that way too, though. You see what I'm saying? I wanted Too Tough, Bars, Brosco. I wanted everybody who came before me to feel the same feeling. So I'm like, let me get them one too. And put their names on it, put their dates on it, you know what I'm saying? So it just became a staple. It just became a thing now where it's like, this is what we on. You know what I'm saying? And then the platform, you know what I'm saying? Being from Philly, the Poppy Store, the platform is just a super dope platform. And you a dope ass dude, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I tried.
I'm not just saying that because you're on the other side of the camera. Like, I really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, likewise.
So it's like, why wouldn't I want to pour into you and make this thing as big as I can see it being?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why the trophies ended up coming. It started as me celebrating myself, and then I wanted everybody else to feel how I was feeling. So
Yeah.
That's what we on now, you know what I'm saying? So when people show up to that cypher, yeah, they come in to rap, they come in to be a part of the cypher. You know what y'all really want, though.
Yeah, that's why they stick around afterwards, too.
Y'all want that trophy, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because
Nah.
rap is a competitive sport, just like anything else. So, you know, yeah, man, it was from the heart. 100% from the heart, bro.
Nah, I've received it from the heart, you know. I never really get a trophy, you know what I'm saying? But, like, the moment you decide, like, you made your own investment, like, that trophy costs actual dollars,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, you made an investment into someone else's platform.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And like that's honorable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you think artists have a responsibility to pour back into the community?
That's part of it. That's part of this thing, because without the community, you don't get what you get without the community. I'm not gonna say you're not an artist, because you can still be an artist without a community.
For sure, yeah.
You know, who's the guy? What's the guy name? Is it Basquiat?
Basquiat. Yeah.
I think he was like they didn't really catch on to him until after his death. That's not to say he didn't have a community. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on that. I don't know
we
much about
there
it.
for sure. Yeah.
But without the community, you don't really have all of the essential. You're missing a big piece of your artistry without your community.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So I feel like all artists have and it's almost like an obligation to do something. Do something.
Yeah.
Come out and do something. Clean up the community. Go hand out some waters, something, keychains, socks, whatever. I don't care. Give back food, feed the homeless, something. You gotta do that. Your soul should be telling you to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and not even just like a moral thing, but like even if we looking at it from a corporate sense, right? Like just corporate America even has things in their code of conduct where every year they're doing food drives and book bag giveaways because you're selling your product to the community. And every now and then, you know, even drug dealers, you know, they give samples out to you know, we're gonna give the samples out, just the sample, you know what I'm saying? And then we gonna sell it to them the following week, you know what I mean? And like, you know, it's weird. I don't want to demoralize the idea of giving back to the community.
I know what you're trying to say, though.
But yeah, like every yeah.
That's the alarm.
I've been keeping up with it too. That's the first time I let it go off like that. And we still good because I have been keeping up with it.
All right.
But yeah, I don't want to demoralize giving back to the community. I was just trying to compare, like, you know, like it makes sense as an artist who wants the community to listen to your music. Why wouldn't you want to give back to the community for listening to your music? Like, it's a one hand wash the other type of situation, you know.
I don't know if you know Neptune 21.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
She had said something to me one day about that, like, you know, something along the lines of like are you in the community enough for them to be like wanting to support you? And she probably meant something totally different, but that's what I got from what she said. Like, but it hit home. Like, damn, you're right. Like, am I shaking and moving out here? Am I doing all the things that I need to be doing to be asking people to support me?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it.
And it's like kind of like the two words. Manipulation, influence. You know, one word has been looked at as kind of negative. Like, you hear the word manipulate and you're like, ugh. Yeah,
you think something, it has a negative connotation to it.
And what's the difference between manipulation and influence, though? You know, and I personally don't see anything wrong with either or. Like, in my mind, like, if I'm constantly filming guys in the cypher, and then when it comes down to my turn to rap, I'm hoping that they would show love to, because I'm still an artist too.
I'm still an artist.
So is that manipulating the system or influencing the system or doing a little bit of both? I don't know personally. I can't stop rapping though. I don't know why I can't stop rapping, bro. So like, Yeah, like, you treat others with respect and it'll come back. Good karma, bad karma, both real things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you would hope that is that way, that there's a reciprocity to the respect factor, and you take care of the community would take care of you.
Yeah.
And in most cases it works out that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not always, but
not always.
It's like I'm also not just walking around trying to manipulate everything.
Yeah.
I'm definitely want to see somebody's life get changed. Like, somebody.
In my book, bro, manipulation it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Women manipulate us all the time.
Yeah.
They are the greatest manipulators.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest manipulators, bro. Think about why you look good, why you make an attempt to look good.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to look good for MeatSpady.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you trying to look good for the wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's something that comes with that. There's a compliment that comes with that. There's why we smell good. We smell good because we know women like men that smell good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Women are the greatest manipulators of all time. And from my understanding, from my experiences, when a woman manipulates you correctly, you can be the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
So there ain't nothing wrong with manipulation.
Yeah.
When it's used in that form.
Right.
When it's used to control people and get them to do the things that you want them to do, that's when it kind of gets a little, it gets ugly. It feels a little dingy.
Yeah. It's not. It's. I think Loaded Lux said. I don't want to fuck up his quote, but it's about your intent. Your intentions.
Yep. Yep. Your intentions are always what matters.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Enough with the Poppy story, right? Let's move on to chapter 8. The Whole Truth.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this album, right? You got the album cover. It disappeared back there. I ain't gonna lie. hit the space button or something. There it is. Yeah. We got the Whole Truth album right there.
You can see that thing, yeah.
Let me ask you this, man. Why the Whole Truth instead of the Whole Truth?
Now you're asking the right questions, right? So,
what's the double meaning behind that?
So the meaning for it for me is this is my last album. And with this being my last album, I'm burying the rapper. Putting the rapper in the hole. I'm stepping into a space of killing the ego. I'm not gonna say I no longer want to have an ego because I obviously need it, right? But my ego has put me in places I have no business being in. Yeah. I've seen so much more harm from my ego than I have good. So I want to be done with it, So a lot of my egotistical ways are rooted in rap. This bravado that I gotta have of like, I'm better than you. That's yucky, bro. That's a yucky feeling to have that all the time, to have to be that way all the time. And then imagine, right? Imagine being in a room with 12 other rappers, 13, 14, 15 other rappers, and they all got that same energy. That room feels nasty in there.
A lot of tension.
It just feels bad. The energy feels so fucking terrible. Like, I don't want to be in those rooms, bro. I don't want to be in those rooms. I never liked being in those rooms anyway. You know what I'm saying? I never liked having to say, like, none of y'all niggas can fuck with me.
Yeah.
I really, you know what I feel good saying? I feel good saying, damn, bro, that shit was hard. Like, that was dope. You know what I mean? No, that's hard. This is dope. This is hard. This is dope. I feel good saying that to another rapper. Giving another rapper, his flowers on the spot. I always felt good being a fan.
Yeah.
So that's the energy that I kind of want to move in. And You know, as I transition into the spoken word space, I've noticed that there is ego there, but there's much less. It's just so much more complementary of your counterparts. Like, I see that amongst the men, where other men, like when I do spoken words pieces, other men come up to me and tell me how good they think I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's to me, that's strong. There's strength in that. You know what I mean? So the whole truth, HOLE, is about burying the ego of the rapper, burying the rapper himself. Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually like my next question. You know, outside of just like the double meaning, is like when people finish the album, what truth do you hope they walk away with? Yeah.
So I think this is more about the truth of all of that stuff. Right?
Yeah.
The truth of what your ego gets you. The truth of what it means to be an independent hip hop artist. Not just the benefits of it, not just the good parts of it, the real truth of it. Like, you got to sacrifice stuff. You got to sacrifice time with your kids. You got to sacrifice time with your family to go and do a show. You know?
Yeah.
Who prepares you for that mentally? Who prepares you for what you got to come back to? You know? Who prepares you for the conversation of, I had this, you got to have a conversation with your baby mom that you left the kids with a babysitter. Like, who prepares you for that?
Yeah.
Nobody prepares you for that. And there's just a lot of little nuances that we don't get to touch on. And that's not to say that this is what the album is about, but people will see if they come to shows the layout of it, how the whole truth plays into the whole truth of the process, the whole truth of the journey, you know, the whole truth of the artist. So I think for me, this is probably the peel back of all the layers artistically. Yeah.
Now, you got the whole truth. Why make the title track the introduction?
Because that's how we starting. Right? We're starting with kind of debunking some things that people may have felt like I was dishonest about in the past. So they're obviously personal things. The opening line is, before I wrote this verse, I text some people and asked them a question. They all answered, and then they asked me, why was I asking? Well, listen closely, I'm going to teach you a valuable lesson. You had an issue, thanks to me, we could finally address it. So that's the starting. That's how it starts. The album starts like, this is what happened, you know? So let's address some of these things that, because people are going to think that you've not been honest with them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I get that. With me, what I don't like is this, right? I don't like when I am honest with you and you tell me that I'm not being honest.
Yeah.
That's problematic for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the worst thing you could do to an innocent man is accuse him. So yeah, that bothers me very much. So that's the whole point of the title track being the first track, is because it sets the tone for what is to come. Okay.
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 Now, when you say okay, what does okay actually mean?
Okay for me means I'm good. You know, or I will be. You know, even if I'm not, I will be. Yeah, that track right there is one of those mental health type joints. Yeah, where we kind of diving into that part of MeatSpady.
Yeah. If I was you, who were you speaking to when you wrote that?
I'm speaking for I don't know if I'm necessarily speaking to, but I'm speaking for. I think it's twofold. I'm speaking for women, but I'm speaking for men. Because I think that there's been a long-lasting misunderstanding between men and women. And I find that a lot of that falls in between women not understanding women and men not understanding men. A lot of these men don't know what it means to be a man because all they've ever seen was women. And a lot of these women don't understand what it means to be women because all they've ever seen was women try to be men. So there's a big misunderstanding there. And as a man, I think that if we ever had the opportunity to swap, how would that go? So I just kind of gave it that effect.
Back on me.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that one.
I'm just talking about some people who turn their back on me, man. Yeah. That's all that is straight up and down. Some people turned their back on me and it made me feel some type of way. It hurt me. I'm man enough to say I was hurt by how some people moved in my direction. So yeah, that's what that song was about.
I don't give a fuck.
That's kind of self-explanatory, right?
Is that confidence, pain, protection? What is it?
I think it's confidence. I think it's confidence. I also think it goes back to talking about like kind of having that validation from your peers, but not necessarily really needing it though. You know, like all right, I don't have it, but I don't really need it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about it.
I don't give a fuck about
But I feel like a lot of people say it and don't mean it.
Secretly, you do give a fuck, but
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think after this whole debacle of, you know, with the same kind of different, it really made me just be like, I really don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. You know?
Understanding. The interlude.
Yeah, that's it.
Not the interlude. The interlude. You know, why do you feel like understanding was important enough to deserve its own moment?
I think it's addressing a very, very important person to me. And it's called interlude because I think we enter the vulnerability part of the album. Like that's when, I mean, I feel like it's all vulnerable, but to me, like, this is when it's like, all right, it gets a little emotional here. It's emotionally heavy at understanding. And I know probably for that person who, when they hear that, it's going to be emotionally heavy for them. Or they may not give a fuck, you know?
They just go back to I don't give a fuck.
They probably won't even complete the album. They'll go back to I don't give a fuck. So, yeah. But then for me, that track was emotionally heavy for me because I kind of had to relive, you know, a part of me. Yeah.
143 missed calls. God damn. That's a lot. That's a lot of calls. You know, this feels like it'll produce something powerful though. You know what I mean? In a sense. Who's on the other end of those missed calls? Is that song based on a real moment? Like,
that song is based on a real moment. That song is actually a part 2 to Miscarry. I don't know if you've ever heard Miscarry on the same kind of different, but it's like a part 2 to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got some homework to do that.
Yeah. It's a part 2 to Miscarry.
Okay.
But you've ever had 142 missed calls?
From one person? Yes. You know, I've been my lady quite a long time. I've done...
So think about that, right?
Yeah.
Think about the energy that was behind those 143 missed calls.
For sure. Yeah.
Think about the best possible outcome in that situation, which I'm sure you probably experienced the best possible outcome because you're still with your lady.
For sure.
But then also think about the worst possible outcome. And you have the song.
Yeah, I think I experienced both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you haven't. You haven't experienced both.
Well, I only say that because a lot of it was my fault, and it was a separation in the. It was a separation.
So with the song, right?
Yeah.
There's a sense of accountability.
Yeah.
But then there is the worst possible outcome, also.
Okay.
And you haven't experienced the worst possible outcome.
Okay. You got it.
And I pray you never have to.
Okay.
So that what I'm saying is setting you up for how you should listen to the song.
Got you. Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm asking them too. You know, I'm gonna do my homework. And I'm gonna. And I'm hoping the people who watch and do their homework as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna push back a little bit. Yeah, I have. I've experienced that. No, you haven't, Prophet. Stop playing. You haven't.
And if you did, bro, if you have experienced that song,
yeah,
you need a hug.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I wonder why.
You're gonna find out on the 28th of August.
What's the question you've been asking yourself your whole life? You say wonder why. Or is that, maybe I got it wrong?
No, you don't got it wrong, but the question I've been asking myself my whole life is probably who am I? Because and I find an answer, but then my answer changes because I'm always evolving.
Yeah.
I've grown. The same me, and at 26, I'm not the same person now that I'm 38. Who I was at 26, I wasn't at 17. So I'm always growing. So finding out who I am repeatedly has been a beautiful journey. Yeah.
Well, now the funny thing is I was literally going to the next track. Wonder why. Talk to me about that one, man. Like,
wonder why, or this is another one. I think you just asked about wonder why.
I mean, I was on 143 missed calls, and then I went to wonder why.
Okay.
Yeah.
You asked about wonder why. You was like, wonder why.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you did catch
that's
it.
Why I get.
Okay. All right.
That's what the answer was.
Well, you see what I've been doing with the tracks, right? All right. You got it.
We on it.
Cool. We on it. Do I move on from wonder why?
You can move on. Yeah.
All right, bet. Hey, man, this is 2.5 men over here, man. Yeah. I don't know. It's not. I don't know what a half a man is, but 2 men here, man. But the next one is 2.5 men, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that one. It's a little Ashton Kutcher and what was that show? Was it 2.5 Men?
Nah, it ain't really got nothing to do with the show.
Okay.
2.5 Men is a conversation between 2 men, and the half is why they're having the conversation. So that's the half. Why the half is the why, the reason for the conversation. Yeah. And the 2 men just having a conversation. But it's a much needed topic.
Yeah.
It's a much needed approach to the topic.
I think I seen a snippet the other day.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I put a snippet up on social media.
Yeah.
It's doing really good too.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people are engaging.
Yeah, they are. They are, and I understand the topic as well. Yeah, I get it. Ventilation 5.
I'm just going off.
Yeah, why has Ventilation become a continuing series?
Ventilation is like my reset.
Okay. Well, what do you need to get off your chest this time?
I'm detailing an event that happened. There's been a lot of gossip about it. Yeah, I'm getting into that. I'm talking about some of the stuff that I said I was going to talk about on Ventilation 4.
Yeah.
Bitches in Connecticut. But yeah, I'm just popping it, man. I'm just really getting it all off my chest because I need to.
Yeah, understandable. Talk to God, right? As a Muslim, what does talking to God look like for you, and what conversation you have?
It looks like it really just looks like just being in prayer, being in sujood, prostrating, with your head to the floor. Do you want to re-ask the question?
Yeah, I want to read the question. I keep thinking that, and I honestly don't even need it because I see the numbers in front of me. That's terrible. I'm just we just finished off a ventilation.
Okay.
Talk to God.
Yeah.
As a Muslim, what does talking to God look like for you?
Just being in prayer. Head on the floor, head on that rug, and sujood, prostrating, and just, you either asking for something, you telling your Lord something, whatever the case may be. But I feel like all of us at some point in our past, we have to deal with that. We got to talk to God. Some way, form, or fashion, we got to talk to God. And, sometimes your sins bring you closer to God, Yeah. So, yeah, man. Sometimes you got to talk to God.
I feel like that's like a perfect segue to last prayer.
Yeah, last prayer, man. That's my, You got a question about it, or?
Go ahead. I'm just,
So that's the outerlude, right?
Right.
So
yeah, why end the album there? Like why the outer? I know it's not.
It's not the
ending.
Album.
I know it's the ending, not the ending.
Right.
But I'm saying like as far as the outerlude.
Because it's the last prayer.
Got you.
So the last prayer for Muslims, we pray 5 times a day. You got Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, and then Isha. So Isha is the last prayer. It's the night prayer. But in this sense, I'm looking at it like the last prayer. Like, we don't know when we're going to die. Yeah. We never know when we're going to go. So imagine the last prayer that you prayed being the last one. Your last prayer could be Fajr. It could be Dhuhr. It could be Asr. It could be Maghrib. It could be Isha. You don't know. So I'm kind of speaking in that term. And that's why it's the outerlude, because you got to remember we burying a rapper. Yeah.
That's kind of like what's that joint? If I had 24 hours to live,
what would you do? Like, what I mean?
Yeah.
What would you do? I mean, and I'm not going in that route.
No, I get it. Yeah,
I'm just more so just speaking about like,
Yeah.
This was my last one.
Fire in the hole.
Yeah.
Now we talking about finishing your album, right? I was more so referring to the outerlude, right? But we're finishing the album here, right?
Yeah.
Why finish your album with fire in the hole? What are you warning us about? Like, or is it a warning? What is it?
So that it's perfect that you asked me that, right? Because you obviously have the military experience. When people yell fire in the hole, it's an announcement.
Right.
It's usually an announcement for
incoming. Yeah.
So the whole truth, right? we're talking about the burial of the rapper. So the fire in the hole is the announcement of the spoken word artist. Yeah. So that's why it's called fire in the hole, because it's an announcement. Same hole that we bury in the rapper in, by the way. So there's a play on that too.
Yeah.
Because the rapper is so fire.
He's still there. It's flame on now.
He's fire. He's fire. He's the fire that's in the hole, and then the announcement is what's coming out of that.
It's like you closing one door and opening another. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's go to chapter 9.
Chapter
right?
9.
Final album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you said this is your last album.
Yep. I've said that before.
Yeah. Why? I'm not sure you even gave me a why, for real.
Music is not permissible for me. I don't want to continue doing what's not permissible for me. You know? Many nights that I repent for listening and performing, and you know, it's a big reason why like I don't charge people for features. The money is not good. It's not, you know, there's no blessings in them, in my money, how I spend it. I don't get no barakah for it. So that's why it's the last album, man. I'm done. I just want to be a good guy, so, you know. And we can do poetry. Muslims can do poetry. That's permissible. So I'll just do poetry. I can still do my ventilations. I can still write the way I want to write. I can still get whatever I need to get off my chest. But I can do it and not feel bad about it afterwards.
You feel like it was a difficult decision?
No. I feel like it was an easy decision.
Now, let me ask you this, right? Because you've walked away before, came back. How do you know you're finished?
I don't. But I know what I'm going to do different this time. I'm going to pray to stay finished. I'm going to ask for that. When I talk to God, I'm going to ask him to keep me finished. And there's like rappers who are like, oh yeah, you know, I gotta get you on this, I gotta get you on that. I'm like, all right, cool. That's why I say like this is my last project. Cause I know that I'm still gonna probably do the verse that such and such wants me to do. Yeah. But what I might do though is I might start charging people because I want to know, like, do you really want me on, how bad do you want me on this song?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is it worth 300? Is it worth the 250? How bad do you want me on this song? Because I'm done.
Yeah.
So how bad do you want me here, you know?
Yeah.
I'll do it for that. And again, I don't want the money, but how bad do you want it?
Do you really miss me? Do you really want me on your track?
Do you really want me on his track?
Yeah.
Or is it just like, oh, I know Spady, and I know he'll say yeah. So yeah.
All right, so if this is really the final album, what do you want your legacy to be?
That guy was a good guy. That was a good dude. That's what I want my legacy to be. It's a good man. It's a good man, Savannah. Yeah. That's what I want my legacy to be, bro. I want everybody who, when I'm dead and gone, and they speak on me in these rooms, if they speak on me in these rooms, I want them to remember all the good that I brought to their world. If I did.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be remembered for.
And we almost coming to the end, right? Chapter 10. Legacy. All right, now. What do you hope your children say about you one day?
I just hope my children say they love me. You know, I hope that my children say that they understand, that they get it. Because that's difficult. It's difficult to understand right now. You know? It's difficult for kids to understand what it is to be a parent as a kid. It's hard for them. So that's the one thing that I hope that my kids come to me and say is, Dad, I get it. I understand now.
How do you want Philadelphia to remember MeatSpady?
They ain't got no choice. They ain't got no choice, man. As far as I know, fully independent hip-hop artists, billboards, I'm the only one. I'm the only one. I've been screaming this for 3 years. Ain't nobody produced a plaque. Ain't nobody produced a placement. None of that. Fully independent hip hop. They don't have no choice but to remember me. I'm in the record books. When they look that up, when they look up, hey, I wonder if any hip hop artists have ever charted on Billboard. MeatSpady gonna come up.
Sold more records than Pink.
We sold more than Pink, guys. Like, yeah.
When somebody hears your name 20 years from now, what's the first thing you hope comes to mind?
My smile. That boy was always smiling. He always was smiling, and he had a nice smile too. They say I got a nice smile. So that's what I hope comes to mind 20 years from now. It's like, he was always smiling. He always seemed happy. May not have been happy, but he always seemed happy. That's what I want people to remember me for in 20 years.
All right, it's my last couple of questions.
Okay.
All right, and I always ask people this, and lately, now that I'm doing more of these, what does being your own hero mean to you?
Damn. I never thought about that, bro. Being my own hero. Is that possible?
I mean, being 100% independent artist, putting in the work to make the top 100 Billboard. You ain't rely on no label. You ain't rely on... That's being your own hero.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, man, that's... Damn, bro, I don't even know if I have an answer for you, man. Like, I don't know what that would mean to me, like, to be... For me to be the person that I look up to. That's deep. That's deep, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta think, like, for me to be my Allen Iverson was a guy that I looked up to.
For sure.
For me to be my AI. For me to be AI for somebody. I'm tearing up, bro. Like, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. I ain't never thought about that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would mean to me. I don't know.
It's all good, bro. Something to think about, right?
Yeah, man. You just fucked me up, Prophet.
It's all good. I really love this shit, bro. You know that, right? What chapter you feel like you're living right now?
The chapter I feel like I'm living right now, man, is I feel like I'm living the happiness by any means chapter. That's where I'm tapped into. You know? When people come to me with the fuck shit, it's so easy now for me to dismiss it than it is for me to engage and do the back and forth banter. Now I just dismiss it. Like, all right. I really just be like, okay. And we don't gotta get into nothing. I don't feel no type of way, nothing. Because if it don't bring me happiness, it don't belong here. And it doesn't matter what kind of happiness it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what kind of happiness it is. If that's not attached to it, it don't belong.
Yeah.
It don't belong. I'm way past I'm just past the phase of my life where, like, I feel like I gotta prove myself to people. I gotta prove to you that I'm a good person because of your own trauma and skepticism, people. I'm not a slave to that no more. You know, I don't feel that no more. I don't look to fill that void of convincing people of the type of guy that's sitting in front of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be me. When you leave the room, I'm gonna be the same person. This is not who I'm being because you're here. I'm gonna be the same person when you leave the room. So, happiness, man. I'm at the happiness by any means. And if it ain't bringing me happiness, you ain't gonna see me around it. I'm not gonna be around it. I'm not gonna be involved. And that's people, places, and things. Yeah.
Well, one last question.
All right.
This is it. All right. When the cameras turn off, what's one truth about MeatSpady that the world still doesn't know?
One truth about me. Damn. It's my alarm. You want to ask it again?
I'll ask it again. Yeah. So when the camera's cut off, which is about to be right now, actually. Oh man, we're about to die. I'm not gonna lie. When the camera's cut off, what's one truth about MeatSpady that the world doesn't know?
That I am a sensitive person. I'm extremely sensitive in every sense of the word. I think that's one truth that people don't know.
Maybe the truth was never hiding in the accolades. Not in the Billboard charts, not in the trophies, not in the stages, the songs, or the name MeatSpady. Maybe the truth was always underneath all of it. A son shaped by a village. A father hoping his children will one day understand. A man trying to honor his faith. An artist learning that vulnerability can require more strength than Bravado ever did. And a person still asking the same question he was asked throughout his life. Who am I? See, the answer may continue to change because growth has never asked us to remain who we were, only to become more honest about who we are. See, for MeatSpady, being his own hero may not mean becoming the man everybody else looks up to. It may simply mean becoming a man he can live with. A man who gives. A man who smiles. A man who feels. A man who could walk away from the applause and still know who he is when the room gets quiet. See, the rapper may be entering the hole, but the man is still becoming. This has been the whole truth, and this is MeatSpady.